All right, hello and welcome to this complimentary training by LifterLMS. I'm Chris Badgett, the CEO and co-founder of LifterLMS, and today we're going to be doing a live demo of the new LifterLMS Progress Tracker block plugin that we've made as a contribution to the WordPress community. So we are going to be doing sending out a replay of this video. So I know some of you mentioned you had to leave early. If that's the case, you will get a replay. But want to welcome everybody who is on the call. If you have not done it yet, please let us know in the chat where you're calling in from. And I'd love to hear what your interest is in the chat with learning management system for WordPress. What are you building? Are you doing courses? Are you doing coaching? Are you doing a membership site? Are you helping schools during the COVID pandemic times that we're in? What is going on? How are you using LifterLMS? And yeah, just let us know in the chat. This is going to be an interactive session. So if you have questions as I go, please use the chat, use the Q&A feature. If you're watching this on YouTube, just smash the like button and drop some comments there. I'll be keeping an eye on questions there as well. But this is going to be a presentation about the new block plugin. I'll explain what all that means in just a moment, called LifterLMS Progress Tracker, and why we built it, what it is, and we're going to actually do a live demo of what it's all about. So let me just add one more thing. I'd like to encourage anybody who's here on the live Zoom call to stay to the end. We are going to be doing one of our $99 giveaways. So feel free to stay to the end. So we're going to randomly draw somebody who's still here at the end, and you're going to get a $99 deal on a license of LifterLMS. So if you're not a customer yet, you can use it on a single add-on or any bigger product for a $99 value. And that is just something we do on these webinars. So awesome. Thank you, Joel and Sakinames, for playing along, doing online courses, also interested in LMS for coaching. Yep, this LifterLMS Progress Tracker is really helpful for coaches, especially who are doing things outside of course content. And we've got some folks saying they're in here just learning for future needs for their clients. So there's a lot of people who build WordPress LMS sites for clients. You guys are a big part of the LifterLMS community. We do have a LifterLMS Experts program that you can apply for if you're not already in there. We get asked a lot by people who are looking for help with the tech build out or doing the website stuff, or managing the project and whatnot. So we do have a LifterLMS Experts program. If you're not in there, I'd encourage you to check it out, apply if you're interested. If you are a do-it-yourselfer and are looking to outsource some of the actual website work or the all the nitty-gritty details of LifterLMS and creating your site, check out all the great people on the experts program who can help. William's offering courses and live workshops online. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm going to get right into it. Let me get one thing up on my screen, and we are going to be good to go. All right. So can somebody just say in the chat if you see a LifterLMS sandbox, just say website or something in the chat. If I'm sharing the right screen. Looks like a website for an agency. Awesome. Thank you, William. Appreciate you doing that. So for this demo, I've just got up the Cadence theme, and this is one of the LifterLMS, or I should say Cadence starter sites that they have available with their Cadence starter sites or templates or whatever they're calling them. I just ported this in to make this demo start with a website that has some content in there. And give me a moment to just pull up this blog post. So we've got this right here is what we're talking about. This is the LifterLMS progress tracker release post. And we're going to do this live, but I'm just showing you what we're getting into. I'm just going to put that link in the chat. This is the what we're looking at. So you don't necessarily have to be using LifterLMS, our WordPress LMS solution, to use the LifterLMS progress tracker. So basically what it is it's a tool that you can use with the new modern WordPress block editor to allow people to track their progress through your website content. Now, technically, you could build a super simple online course with this by having pages with videos on it. And then this is the LifterLMS progress tracker right here, where we're putting a mark complete button here. And you can see you can link it up and redirect it to another page so you can kind of create a flow through content. But it's also cool because it can be used by people who are not logged into your website. So they don't have to be a logged in user to track their progress through a content, which can be great for marketing and building trust before somebody is going to enroll in your free course or your paid course. And it's super helpful for tracking progress through content outside of the courses and the more traditional LMS use case. So let's look at it. What does it look like to get into this? So this is our sample site right here. And if I were to create a page, I'm just going to make a new page here. And we're going to call this page some kind of training. We'll just call it special training. Go ahead and publish that. And let's see what that looks like. Not much there yet. So we'll just put a heading block there called video 1. And I'm going to center that. And then I'm just going to, for demonstration purposes, grab a landscape video off of Vimeo. So this one looks pretty good. And drop that in there. So if we look at our page, it's super, where'd it go? Simple here. We have just a content page that has a title and a video. But if we wanted to allow our users to indicate and keep track of what they've already seen, what we would do is we would go up here to the block editor, the WordPress block editor. And if you just start typing in there the word LMS, there it is, LifterLMS Progress Tracker by LifterLMS. You can also just type the word course, and you'll see it here. You can type the word membership, and you can see it here, or you could even type the word progress. And you can see it here. So what this is think of it as like a super small plugin that you don't have to install the normal way, where you just add a little bit of functionality, basically a new type of block that you can use in your content that you're adding. So I'm just going to click Add Block, and you can see here it is down here. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit Update. And if we view the page, let's see here. you can see we now have this mark complete button down here. Now there's a lot of stuff we can do with this. So let's look at what we can do here. So I'm just going to close that out. So this creates the button and the ability for somebody to mark this content as complete. So we've got some coaches in the audience who are looking at doing some coaching, and maybe you have some resources or just content pages on your website or even blog posts that you want your users to be able to mark that they've already seen, but you don't necessarily want to build a full-on online course. This would be a great example of using the progress tracker. So the first thing you can do is, like, we can look at this button here. We can change the language and put whatever we want on there. So I'm writing mark complete when finished, but you can literally make it do whatever you want. You can link it up. So if you want to create a flow, you can just use this link functionality and link it to another page on your website. So for these purposes, I'm just going to send it to our services page. And you can have a custom message here. So I'm just going to write, "Are you done here?" And center that. And I'm putting like a completed message here. So basically what this is doing is I'm saying, I want the button to say this. I want it to go here when somebody clicks it. And before it's been clicked, I want to display this message above the button. And after it's finished, I want this message to display in place of the button. And this block has some settings over here, so we can you can see we can start modifying the design of the button, like the border radius. We can do the different styles like that. There's all kinds of colors. We can open it in a new tab. So you can start messing with it here. And that is that. So I'm just going to click update. And if we view our page, let me just do that. So this is what it looks like. So you can see I'm not spending a lot of time like styling this or building out a full website here, but you can see the experience starting to come together. So let me just open that in an incognito window. And you can see we've got our video here. And then when I'm done, I can mark this as complete. And notice how this message here, "Are you done here?" And in my head, I'm saying yes. So I marked this as complete, and then it actually sent me to the services page because that's what I told it to do. And now that it's complete, we have this message down here that if I were to come back here, I would know that I've already finished this. So if you were a coach, as an example, maybe there's this step 1, watch this video about my coaching program. And when you're done, you click the button and then it redirects to a page where it talks about your coaching services. And if somebody were to come back, maybe you had a website with lots of coaches on it and they came back and they're like, "Oh yeah, I already looked at this coach. I already watched this one." And I'm not, whatever. So they're just keeping track of the progress. So it's pretty simple in terms of that functionality. Another way to think about this is you can do, you could put on a blog post if you wanted. So if we were to do that, so let's go to this blog. Actually, we go back to the version of the site. here, if we go to the blog, if you are a prolific content creator and you have lots of blog content, maybe your users, like imagine you have cooking courses and you have all these like recipes on your blog that maybe you would want to allow users. Let's pretend this was a recipe blog. And we're going into the button here, kind of like the outline version. And we would change the text like, I've cooked this. And then mission complete. So it's the same concept here. This time we're not going to link up the button. But if we were to view this post, I could indicate that I've already cooked this, and then it would change to mission complete. So it's super simple. There's all kinds of use cases for this. Maybe you do a lot of webinars and you have like guest experts and you don't really want to put all that content inside of a course, but your membership site is starting to get pretty large, but you want users to be able to identify what they've already seen. This is a great example for that. I'm in a program now that has hundreds of lessons, and a feature like this would be super helpful. So the LifterLMS progress tracker, we've looked at how to add it by going up here and looking for you can just type in the word progress or course or whatever, and it'll show up and you can add it to your site. And once you've had it, what's basically happened is in the background, WordPress has installed a plugin for you. So if you look right here, the LifterLMS progress tracker by LifterLMS is here. So you can actually get to it on the WordPress repository. So we'll go look at that. But like I said, most people are actually going to discover it just by trying to figure out a way to track progress or on an individual piece of content from the block editor in WordPress. But if you just do a Google search for LifterLMS progress tracker, you can see here on WordPress, this plugin is here. So you could, download it and install it this way, or search for it through the traditional way that you're used to looking for plugins. But that is a quick tour. There's also some great screenshots on here where you can see some various use cases and how you might use it. So it's super simple. It's not for everybody in the sense that like maybe you just need a full-blown learning management system like LifterLMS, or perhaps you already have LifterLMS and you don't need it, or you do have LifterLMS or some other membership plugin or other LMS solution out there, and you want to be able to track progress through content outside of courses. That's a great use case for using the LifterLMS progress tracker. So, but again, just go to the top of any WordPress post or page or anything, just hit that plus button, type the word LMS course membership site, and you're going to be able to find this little block plugin. It is completely free. It is a contribution that we're making to the WordPress community based on our niche and area of expertise when it comes to learning through websites on the internet and the whole LMS and learning experience design. So do a search for Light LMS Progress Tracker, and you'll find it. You can find this article on our blog. But that's what it does, and it's free. It's just a value we're adding to the WordPress community. Now, I'm happy to take any questions about the Light LMS Progress Tracker. So if you have questions, drop it in the Q&A box or use the chat. Kathy, you want to queue them up? What do we got?
I just selected one from YouTube. Dr. McFarland Studios asks, how do I get an email when someone signs up?
Awesome. So Dr. McFarland, this is the Light LMS Progress Tracker plugin. Is super lightweight. You don't even have to be logged in to use it. And since they're not logged in to use it necessarily, you can use it if they are logged in as a user or member, but in which case you'd already have an email. So if you're looking for getting the email, I would encourage you to just check out the LifterLMS plugin. And when you install this, you can, like we have here down in our Academy site, we have this official quick start course for LifterLMS. And when somebody enrolls in this free course, you are getting their email, and then they'll be able to go through the training content, and they'll have their own student dashboard and everything. And Lifter even has notifications built in so that if you want to get an email anytime someone enrolls in a free course or a paid course, you can do that. And we've also got tools with LifterLMS where you can also pass that user information, that email address, to your CRM or email marketing or email list platform like a MailChimp or ConvertKit. Or you could even self-host all that on your WordPress site with tools like Groundhog. So I hope that answers you over in YouTube land. Who we got next?
James on YouTube asked a question about what has to be installed first, but he also said he moved to a new host and he's about to reinstall LifterLMS. I'm not sure if the question is specific to this progress tracker or to LifterLMS.
So really, when it comes to LifterLMS or the Light LMS progress tracker, you could install them in any order. So if you are not using an LMS plugin and you're very early to this idea of teaching online, and maybe you're just at the very beginning stages of building a track content that people want to track their progress through, then just hit the plus button. I'm going to show you another example of it. Right here, just hit the plus button and do a search for progress, and you can just add that block and start allowing users to track their progress. If you're already using LifterLMS, you just go into the back here and go to plugins and add new, do a search for LifterLMS, and you can install it and activate it. And it'll take you through the setup wizard. I'm not going to go through all that right now, but you definitely should do this. But it really doesn't matter which order you do if you're going to use both tools. So if you know you're going to create an online course or some kind of training-based membership, I would just go ahead and start with LifterLMS. But if you just starting to dip your toes in the water of progress tracking, or you're building some kind of independent content items all over your website that you want people to track their progress through, then I would go ahead and grab Light LMS Progress Tracker. So what's next?
Lynn asked if this can work with Elementor.
It can, but it is it's part of the core WordPress editor, the default editor here. So if you decide to disable the WordPress editor and use Elementor, this part is going to disappear, so you're not going to be able to use it. But if you want to use, you can use both. So if you want to put some content on your site and not use the Elementor editor on that page, then you can use the LifterLMS progress tracker there. So it's really a question of, you do need to have a WordPress, you need to be able to use the default WordPress content editor to be able to use this feature. Who we got next?
Joel said, where's the progress of such tasks shown for the student, as this is not part of the course structure?
So this is the early days of this tool. So it's super lightweight. It's just a, where I'm trying to find the post. It's really just allowing people to, mark stuff as complete and see what they've already done. It's not a deep LMS tracking feature. So for now, if you need progress tracking, I would just use the core LifterLMS plugin if you need that data to show up in the analytics. We are in the future looking at adding if you do have LifterLMS progress tracker, adding that track data to the reporting. It doesn't exist in the current version of the LifterLMS progress tracker, but that's a, kind of a light integration we're looking at adding in the future for people who are using both tools together. What do we got next?
Michael had a question, but then I think he got the answer and said he didn't need you to answer it. But then can you show one more time how to get to the editor for William?
The editor, sure. So if we go to the site, any WordPress, this is a page here. So if I click edit page, there's this plus button up here that this is the block editor. And my understanding is if you use it, if you go down here, if you have not installed it and you're not using the main plus button up here, if you use this one and you don't have this installed yet, it's not going to show up. So if you're not able to find it, it's because the very first time you install it, you have to install it from the main plus button up here by the WordPress icon, and just, do a search for LMS or progress or whatever. So that's where that is. And if you want to, you can also go to plugins, click add new from inside your website, and do a search for LifterLMS. Let's see here. And it's right here. I've already got it activated, but you could install it from here as well. And it could work on blog posts too. So this is a blog post. Really in WordPress, everything is a post of some kind. So any kind of post that allows the default WordPress block editor to function can allow you to add the LifterLMS progress tracker. So William's saying his is disabled. Potentially, some people are not using the new WordPress editor. So you might have a plugin installed like disable Gutenberg or something like that, that could be blocking you from getting those benefits of the new editor. So I might look at that. My philosophy on it is I really like using page builders. Like we use Beaver Builder on our site. Our Academy site here has Beaver Builder on it. And sometimes I'm using the page builder, and on other parts of the site, I'm using the WordPress block editor. So you can have your cake and eat it too, and kind of use the best of the page builder world. If you're using something like Divi, Elementor, Beaver Builder, Brizy, Oxygen, Page Builder Framework, any of that stuff, and also leverage the amazing innovations happening in the Gutenberg editor. So I would just make sure you're not blocking yourself from getting the benefits of both. What do we got next?
The next question is, can we track the progress automatically with YouTube, such as watch the whole video or left early, etc.?
Yeah, we'll put a link to that in the chat. If you go to the LifterLMS website, right here, this is not a feature of the LifterLMS progress tracker. That's more for people just self-marking that they've completed this content. But Lifter has these add-ons here. We have two bundles. There's the Universe bundle, which is many of the add-ons, and the Infinity bundle, which is all of our premium add-ons. This one right here, advanced videos, does give you the video tracking and it shows up in the LMS reporting where you can see, where how much of the video people have watched, and you can put restrictions on there, like they can't complete the lesson if they don't watch the whole video, and you can auto load the next lesson and stuff like that. But that's our advanced videos add-on. If you go to the pricing page on the LifterLMS website and you scroll down here, there's just basically a list of which plugins are in the Universe bundle and then which plugins are in the Infinity bundle. So most of them, or many of them, are in the Universe bundle, and then there's more in the Infinity bundle. The Infinity bundle does have the advanced videos add-on, but you can also buy it individually. If you just want the one add-on a la carte, just click purchase just this add-on and you can get that one right there. So a couple different ways to get that, but again, that's a LifterLMS advanced videos add-on feature, not the LifterLMS progress tracker. What do we got next?
Lynn asked if I was going to build on Lifter for a couple months as I get through a doctoral dissertation class creating content. Do I have to pay for Lifter while I'm building, or only when we go live?
Not at all. So this is one of the things that we believe at LifterLMS, is that we want to support the bootstrapper, the person that's trying to validate and keep costs down or non-existent while they're just beginning. So as I was installing LifterLMS in the beginning, if you go to plugins and you do a search for LifterLMS, I've already installed it, or not here. Let me click add new up here, and you do a search for LifterLMS. You'll see that we've already got it installed, but this plugin right here is completely free. This is the core LifterLMS plugin. It's super powerful, and there's no need. It has all the course stuff, the unlimited courses, unlimited students, unlimited instructors, the analytics, the reporting, the engagement stuff, the enrollment process and stuff. It's all in the free core LifterLMS plugin. Now, if you go to our pricing page, so yes, while you're working on your dissertation, you can operate completely for free. What some people do, so all this stuff up here is all the free features of the core LifterLMS plugin. And what people usually do is they either come in with like one payment gateway if you're going to be selling this course. So they're just having an investment of $99 per year for a payment gateway like Stripe for accepting credit cards. And then maybe later they decide they want some more add-ons, or it makes sense to get the Universe bundle or the Infinity bundle. But all that is to say is that if you start with just the free core LifterLMS plugin, you're going to be able to do a ton, and that may be all you need. It just depends on if you need to get into any of these more advanced integrations or features in the paid add-ons. What do we got next?
Scripted Intelligence asked, they're using LifterLMS for courses and Light plugin for tutorials, and they're thinking about making a custom post type for tutorials so they don't have to keep adding the block to each tutorial. Can this be done because they've never made their own custom post type?
That's a good question. I would actually recommend posting that question. I don't know the answer 100%. So if you're using one of the one of the custom post type generator plugins, if you can add a block that displays every time that custom post type is there and it could always be there, then yes, but you would have to just test that. And if you have any questions about that, what I would do is you could drop a question here on the support thread. Since you're already, it sounds like you might already be a LifterLMS customer, you could just go inside your account here and submit a ticket and see what they say. The other thing I would just add is that if you are using LifterLMS like we have installed here, and we were to create a course itself can be flexible. Like one of the things I'm looking at doing is I have this webinar you're on. I've done like 100 of these, and at first there was only a few, but now there's a lot. But I might create a course that's just called webinars, and then you know, I would you know, start organizing it like I'm doing here. So I have some webinars about, let's say, sales and marketing, and then I would you know, start adding individual webinars, which could be custom post types. Like I just put them up on a page a long time ago, so that's what we've always done. But you can just use the course structure, and it's going to give you all the progress tracking, and give people like a, you know, a common way to go back and see what they've already done and pick up where they left off. So you don't always have to use a course for a course. So I'm just giving you two options. Is let me go to the front here. See how I'm starting to create this like webinars course. I'm just using the course, and if I didn't want some of this here, like this course information and stuff, I can just click edit, and this particular block, I can just remove it. If I don't want the instructor thing, I can just remove it. And so I'm using a course, but I'm taking parts of it away to just have content and progress tracking. So you can use courses non-traditionally. The other option would be to just see what you can find out from our tech team about adding it to the custom post type. But you might just experiment with it yourself and see what you can do. And if not, just reach out to the tech team for support. But I have seen people use this course framework to build like pay-per-view shows, digital download interfaces. You can be more flexible with courses than just using them as courses. So what do we got next?
Cosma asked, does it remember for a user session on your site or store the info in the cookie? In other words, when will it not remember the progress?
So it will remember when they leave and come back tomorrow, but it is in their cache. So it is dependent on the cache. So if somebody were to like clear their Google cache, they would lose the progress. Now, if you were using LifterLMS, that wouldn't happen because they're a user and it's all tracked in the system. But for the Light LMS progress tracker, it's literally very lightweight. It's the basics of progress tracking. So it does use that browser cache. And the reality is, just so you know, and whether you may or may not already be aware of this, if you're an internet power user like me and a lot of the people on this call, we may clear our cache a lot because we're always doing all these things and we need to clear our cache on our browser. But a lot of people out there in the world have never cleared their cache or do so very rarely. So it wouldn't disappear as quickly as you might think. I'm just throwing that idea out there. But yeah, for Light LMS Progress Tracker, it does use the cache. But also, it's one of the things people ask for about LifterLMS a lot, which is, how can I have a course that that people can take without having to create a user and log in? Well, the answer is just use Light LMS Progress Tracker and string together a bunch of pages, and there's a course that people can take anonymously. So that's, you can slice and dice it however you want. So who do we got next?
Lynn asked, can we plug in our own payment links to go through Click and Pledge that works in conjunction with Salesforce?
So if you're using an external sales system with Salesforce as an example, we'll put a link to the WP Fusion in the chat. But if you go to here, this WP Fusion is made by a third-party company called WP Fusion. And when you go to their site, what this does is it allows you to connect LifterLMS. See, here I am from LifterLMS to the most popular CRMs. And Salesforce is one of those. You see right here? So if you're doing something in the Salesforce ecosystem and you want an enrollment to happen in LifterLMS, you can just build that bridge with this WP Fusion product. So we put a link to that in the chat. That should be able to build the bridge you're looking for without any kind of advanced development or custom coding or anything like that. What do we got next?
William asked if he can use a Zoom recording in LifterLMS advanced videos.
You could, in the sense that advanced videos requires Vimeo, Wistia, or unlisted YouTube to function to get all the features. So just like right now, we are recording this Zoom. If I were going to add it to a course powered by LifterLMS that had this advanced video add-on installed, I would upload it to our Wistia, and then I would have those features. But you can't. So in Zoom, what we're in right now, there's the recording process. Then the recording is captured. Then you download it and upload it to your video hosting. So it's not a direct integration, but absolutely, it's not uncommon for some course creators and coaches to create the course content live, like I'm doing right here. And then this content just becomes a lesson in a course. And that's just a combination of using Zoom with a video host and then with LifterLMS. And if you want to get fancy on the video experience, then you would add the LifterLMS Advanced Videos add-on. Anything else?
That's it for the questions.
Awesome. Thanks, Kathy. Well, I'm going to keep this short. This is a shorter webinar simply because this is the Light LMS I'm getting tongue-tied. The Light LMS Progress Tracker plugin is lightweight in what it does. It's a free, valuable block that you can use if you have a training site or a large content site, or really just want to allow people either logged in or not logged in to track where they've been on your website and what they've consumed already or not. So this is the link here. I'm just putting it in the chat for the blog post. If you feel like it, I would really appreciate a review over here. Just go to ratings on, let me get the link here. We only have a couple so far. This is a very new tool. So if anybody has the time to leave a review, if you test it out or like it, we'd appreciate that. If you have further questions about this tool or LifterLMS in general, we're easy to get a hold of. You can find us at team@lifterlms.com on the email. I'm going to grab your question, Lynn, and then we're going to draw our winner for the $99 LifterLMS credit giveaway. So Lynn asks, are the certificates people can download to their LinkedIn profiles when courses are completed? I got good news for you. Yesterday, we rolled out a new feature for the LifterLMS certificates that allow you, allow people to make their certificates public, so that, and they have the choice to do that. So they can make, when they earn it inside the learning management system on their account, they can share that URL wherever they want. If they want to do that on LinkedIn, they can. And also, I just want to add, one of our advanced add-ons adds the ability to generate PDF certificates. So if you go here and you look at LifterLMS PDFs, this is another way somebody could share a PDF version of their certificate on their LinkedIn, because LinkedIn allows you to have PDFs. In fact, PDF posts tend to go more viral on LinkedIn. Just, I don't know, I've just heard that. And I can concur when I've done that. Those posts get a lot of engagement or whatever. But yeah, so you have a couple options. Nothing to buy, just use the new LifterLMS certificates feature to make this, allow the user to make the certificates public, and then put that URL. Or if you want to get fancy with PDFs versions, grab our PDF generation add-on here. Lynn, you have made my day, so thank you. We build at LifterLMS based on what our community wants. We can't always get to everything, but we always have our finger on the pulse of what you all are trying to do. So are we ready for our winner, Kathy?
Yep, I sent that to you.
Okay, let's see. There we go. We got Cosma. Congratulations from South Africa. You are the winner of the free 99-year LifterLMS. So just hit us up at team@lifterlms.com and we will hook you up with that. So congratulations. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you for checking out LifterLMS, or I'm sorry, I got to get my language right, LifterLMS Progress Tracker by LifterLMS. One of the questions we ask ourselves is, how do we add more value than anybody else to our community of WordPress professionals and education entrepreneurs? And one of the ways we do that is by being a model of how to contribute to the community we're a part of, which is the WordPress community, and helping with this new effort with the block editor, and by contributing this utility to WordPress sites worldwide. So it's a good question that I'd encourage you to ask about you, is how can you add more value than anybody else to your learners, to your clients, to your people? That's what it's all about. And when you think, give yourself permission time to think about it, you come up with cool ideas that can help everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you, Kathy, for helping me put this on. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. I'm Chris from LifterLMS. Take care.